Alright guys, how's it going? Fan52 back again, and today in our playthrough of Final Fantasy X, we are going to be going through Besaid Island and doing most of everything that we need to do there right now. So let's go ahead and get going. The Besaid Aurochs.
Blitzball.
Yes, sir. That is indeed a blitzball.
Okay.
You okay?
Hey!
That's one hell of a kick, guys. Alright, so here we are in Besaid. My controller has disconnected, give me a second. But anyway, here we are in Besaid. In front of us are the Besaid Aurochs. Before we move forward, something that I want to point out, if we go all the way over here to this little alcove right here, in this chest is the moon, I believe it's the moon Crest. I do know it's here. I'm not going to be collecting it right now. It is for our white mage's celestial weapon or her ultimate weapon. And I will be collecting this guy a little bit later just to keep all of my editing and video format all together. But I do know it's here. Don't need to worry about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and meet the Aurochs real quick.
Yo.
Hiya.
Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
So I guess technically this would be a volley shot, right?
You know
Because technically we don't know the eject shot. Or would be a sphere shot. Anyway. It impresses the Aurochs. But honestly, if you know anything about the Aurochs, that's not that hard to do.
I got too close to sin, and my head's all foggy like. So I don't know where this place is.
Hey, Wakka, you're floating.
Where I came from.
sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to you.
Praise be to Yevon.
All right, back to practice. I'm Wakka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Alright, so at this point, if we talk to most of the people here, they will give us stuff. Talking to Boda here a couple times gives us 2 potions. Talking to Keepa, and I believe he gives us 200 gil. Yep. Let's see. Jasu? Hazu gives us, looks like a high potion. Dado, however you want to say his name. Talked to him a couple times, and he gives us, I believe, a remedy. The only guy that doesn't give us anything from what I was able to figure out is going to be Letty right here. This is actually my second time recording this. Apparently, while I was recording episode 1, my my recorder crashed, and when I loaded it back up, it tweaked the settings a little bit. So I was getting a little bit of reverb that I didn't notice in the first episode, but the entire hour-long episode of this first recording had that reverb through it throughout the entire thing. So I wasn't going to make you guys sit through. That's why I'm re-recording this for you guys.
Big cities with machina, machines to run them.
And I am aware of that reverb, so I do apologize for that. I didn't notice it was there though until the video was already uploaded. Hopefully that's all fixed right now though.
Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, sins are punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me though is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always.
And in case you didn't know that chest was there, it gives you a nice little teaser about it right there.
It's hard to keep at it sometimes.
Doesn't quite tell you how to get to it though.
It's just as Riku said. Wakka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanac and Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying the team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Wakka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
Alright, so moving on forward. Let's go ahead and head over here with Wakka.
It's this way.
Take a look out. Oh, hey, Wakka, how do you get up there? I've entered here before you. Now, this just seems like a dick move to me. I mean, yeah, you've probably jumped off this your entire life, but I'm all flailing. I'm not ready for it. I could have hit my head on something, sir.
What's the big idea?
Alright, now at this point, we are swimming down this little canal river thing. This is the only time that we could actually travel down this path. So just be aware that there is one chest to my knowledge that is down here. And the only enemies that you fight are going to be these little fish dudes. Kill him. Kill him. Kill you. And then the last one. Alright. Anyway, let's get going. Just go ahead and stay on down here. That right there is the chest that we need to get. Doesn't hold anything too substantial. I believe it's just an antidote. Or 2 antidotes. But yeah, nothing too concerning about that. We will literally be getting plenty of those as we go on. But yeah, just go ahead and swim on through here, take out the fish. And nothing really too difficult about all that. Moving on forward. I really want to know how we are able to hold our breath for like indefinite amounts of time. It does not make any sense to me, but hey, whatever. Moving on forward, about this time right here, we're going to get a cutscene.
Let me go.
Where Wakka comes up and kind of strangles up till we join him.
You want me on your team, right?
Major Blitz tournaments coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock.
Who you talking to,
eh?
Wakka? We're underwater. There ain't no way we could hear you. Also, Titus, where are you going?
I thought then that blitzball and sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkin had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
Alright, so after we finish that, we end up here. Into another
This is
cutscene.
where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
Sir, if you've been playing the same game for 10 years and you haven't won a game that entire time, first, I don't think you're that good at the sport.
So,
Second,
after quitting, I got
why
this
did it take
new
you
job,
10
yeah?
years to quit? I
But
know you
every
love the
time
game,
my mind wandered.
but you
All
could
about the
play
game.
that unprofessionally.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. As long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory!
Victory.
When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
Wakka, I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully I can do it in one shot, like I normally able to do it when I'm not recording the game. But at the same time, I would not be surprised if it takes me 5 or 6.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road.
But we
today.
will win that game.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata. Crusaders.
Luzu and Gata.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Alright, moving on forward. Exiting that screen into yet another cutscene.
Besaid village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a
You know,
look
it's funny,
around
you don't
first.
realize how many cutscenes video games have until you're trying to record said video game.
The Crusaders Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right.
And now Wakka's going to teach us the prayer of the
Remember
Yemenites.
the prayer, right?
I don't know any prayers. I don't remember. I mean, I of course know what it is, but let's just go with I don't
I
remember.
didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try.
And so that is supposedly a symbol that Titus has made his entire life. It is the blitzball symbol for victory. So why does it look so awkward doing it right now?
Not bad. Okay, now go present yourself to the Temple Summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Just one of those little random thoughts that you have when you play a game multiple times over. Alright, so here we are in Besaid Village. And before we move on, let's go ahead and collect this for a Phoenix down. Let's go ahead and head down here to this slightly hidden alcove and collect in this first chest down here. A high potion in the middle chest. We got 400 gil, and then in the last chest we have 2 potions. How many potions do we have now? We have 49. Alright. And moving on up, we're going to head into the Crusaders Lounge real quick. Not to talk to anybody. If you want to hear about the Crusaders, go ahead and talk to these guys. Basically what they tell us is that the Summoners protect all of Spira from sin, whereas the Crusaders kind of protect towns and villages from sin. But the reason why we came in here is because right back here, you can kind of see it there. If we stand right here and hit our confirm button, we have Albed Primer Volume 2. P equals B. Alright, so let's go ahead and present ourselves to the temple. Which, man, I gotta say, I really enjoy the look of this temple. I don't know, just something about it seems very grandiose. And over the top for a village that is so, like, down to earth. At least from the outside. And I mean the aesthetic, not the people.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Alright, moving on forward. Here we have a statue of High Summoner Braska.
Years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a high summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Wakka. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yemen.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Alright, so there is nothing in these little side avenues, and we can't go down the middle one quite yet. So let's just go ahead and head on back outside. But anyway, what I was meaning by, like, just grandiosity and scale, if we go over here and we look at, like, the village itself, there's 6 homes that or 5 homes that we could see, one that got destroyed. I would assume that, like, in the actual village it goes back a little bit more, so there's probably more like between 10 and 15 homes. But they're all, like, literally little yurts, like, made from shavings of, like, the palm trees around here. And then right up here, right in the very end of the town, is this enormous stone structure with these archways and all of that stuff. I don't know why, but I really enjoy the grandiosity of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and head in here and talk to Wakka right quick.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch
Not
yet.
time for lunch yet, yeah?
Take a nap.
Take a nap, you look bushed. Well, yeah, I am a little bit, thank you though. Literally nothing else we can do in besaid at this point, so let's just go ahead and take a nap.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
You can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been It's been
nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Alright, so in this cutscene, that is Jek's mother right there. Or not Jek's, that's Titus's mother right there. We never actually get a name for her. But we learn that our father, Jek, has been missing for a day at this point. And our mother is super upset about that. And it looked like the people were also real worried about it.
You'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
And Titus at that point is 7 years old when he loses his father. And he already has a seething hatred for the man. Which stems from the fact that whenever Jek is around, his mom paid him very little attention. Which, I mean, seems like a little bit of an overreaction to me, but that's just me. So anyway, let's go ahead and head back into the temple.
Is something wrong?
Head up here.
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, Apprentice Summoner, really. There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the Apprentice Summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
Yes, I do,
so someone is
Wakka.
in there somewhere,
Titus
and they
doesn't,
haven't
but I
come
do.
back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
The precepts must be
What if
obeyed.
something happens? What if the
Like I
summoner
care.
dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care. Maybe.
And that right there, honestly, is the theme for our entire game. The precepts must be obeyed. Like I care. Alright, so we are in our first of the Cloister of Trials. Now, at every main town where we have a temple to go into, we will have to complete a cloister. And most of them are relatively simple to beat. Where the real challenge comes in is before we actually fully complete them, we need to do a few extra steps in order to get a treasure that we need to get all of them in order to get one of the most powerful Aeons in the game. But that's not going to be an issue. We'll definitely be doing that. And most of them aren't that difficult. There is one where you need to basically disassemble the entire puzzle in order to get the little treasure, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, now once we get that sphere from that little alcove, go ahead and plop it in this door. Unlocking the magical seal, allowing the door to open. Let's go ahead and grab the sphere again. And working our way on down, let's go ahead and put it in this little wall cavity right here to cause that door to slide up. But we do not need to go in there quite yet, so let's go ahead and head over here and touch these sigils on the wall. And now, I don't know how true this is because I do not know how to decipher the language. But you see on the wall right here how you have all of these like glowing sigils. Apparently, if you decipher all of them, they spell out all of the towns that there are in Spira. So like Besaid, Kilika, Luca, Bevel, like all that stuff where there are temples. Alright, so once we go into this little room, let's go ahead and grab our besaid sphere. Let's go ahead and insert it into this little... I don't even know what to call this thing. Let's call it a pedestal, because I think that's what it actually is. Insert it into this pedestal, and at this point, technically speaking, we have completed the besaid trials. But, like I said when we first walked in here, there are other things that we need to do in here. So let's go back to that wall that we stuck that other sphere into. Go in here and grab this purple sphere, which is known as a destruction sphere. And go back into this little middle chamber where we got the besaid sphere. Set that in there. And it is going to send off a little purple light. That is going to cause another wall to collapse. Revealing a treasure chest. Now this treasure chest is what we need from all of the temples in order to unlock that Aeon I was talking about before. And for the most part, the treasures in here aren't all that much better than what we would normally have, but hey, they're extra stuff that we don't have, so might as well get them, right? But once we grab that, let's go ahead and push this pedestal to the center of the room. And now we are treated to a bunch more cutscenes.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
So basically the summoner goes around on pilgrimage to each temple to collect more Aeons, and the guardians keep them alive.
The guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
That is Lulu and Kimari Ronso.
It's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
I unfortunately don't use Kimari all that much, but he is one of my favorite characters in this game. Speaking of which, the entire main cast of playable characters are real solid in this game. I don't find any of them to be obnoxious or annoying, which is not something that I could say about all games. Like Hope in Final Fantasy 13, Vaughn to a certain extent in Final Fantasy 12. And a couple of other characters from a lot of games. And that is Yoona. And she has become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and move on forward.
Hey, over here!
Over here.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Wakka, you literally just almost pushed over two elderly people. You're a dick. Where's Kimari at this point? Like what, he just walked out of the temple and decided, yep, nope, I'm gone later. That doesn't seem like the Guardian thing to do. You T-pose on that Aeon, Yoona.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
What is Valfor supposed to be anyway? Like a feathery, batted bird type thing with chesticles? I don't know.
I remember that night we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Victory! 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 Victory!
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory! 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 Victory!
Alright, so after that little display of bravado, let's go ahead and head over here and talk to Yoona. You're a heathen! Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yoona, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
I'm not gonna lie, and I have no idea why I did this, but first time I played this game, just, it's amazing how often this game came out in 2011, so it's amazing how often an 11-year-old can find a way to insert stay away from the summoner in everyday conversation.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's
I
amazing.
used it all of the time.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yoona, come play with me.
And you could already tell that Yoona has a little bit of a crush on us at that point.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkin.
She's cute, yeah?
Yep. My controller decided to give up on me again. There we go.
Get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Alright, nothing else we could do at this point, so let's go ahead and talk to Wakka.
Good.
And
Sleep tight.
call it an evening. Well, we have to go through yet another dream sequence. Only this time, we have control. Kind of. It's not like we can actually go this way. Oh, we can go this way? Yeah, no, it's not like we can actually go all that far that way. So let's go ahead and head down here.
Where's that boat?
everyone will find us if it doesn't come.
And at this
soon.
point, we could tell that Titus definitely has a thing for Yoona as well. As well as Riku.
You
And then he
take
has
me
some
to
parental
Second?
daddy issues because, for some reason, Jecht comes in here too.
You said you'd go with me.
Oh, hey,
I thought Wakka told you not to get any ideas.
He did.
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
So who's everybody's favorite female companion in this game? Yoona, Riku, or Lulu? I personally, I gotta lean towards Yoona a little bit myself.
What'd you say?
With Riku being a very close second.
Loudly.
Lulu's not bad either, but I mean, out of the three, like Riku and Yoona kind of flip-flop first and second for me.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead. He does look a lot like Charlie. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like,
Fun little note here. Our little peeping Tom scenes from in this scene is being shot as if we were in Wakka's house. But we are not. We're actually on the other side.
Yeah, but
that's it. No more. Enough, Wakka.
You can tell because of the direction of the archway into the temple.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. Look like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. But I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kind of looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
I mean, you kind of are using us,
Don't
Wakka.
worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Wakka.
Ah, stop. You're embarrassing me.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and head on outside.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, you never used it. Where's Yoona?
We're taking the same boat as Yoona, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yoona came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yoona.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
I don't know if you could hear that, but my sister's taking her cat to the vet right now, so you might hear a very angry cat in the background. If you do, my apologies. I'm gonna go see if she needs assistance. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and we can go ahead and travel up this path right now, but instead of doing that, we're going to go back into Besaid real quick. Enter into this first little yurt. Talk to her real quick. Select buy items. We don't actually need to buy anything. We just need to do that so that she'd let us know that something funny happened. And that her dog dug something up yesterday. Now, from my experience, if you go directly to this last house across the way, after interacting with her, the dog will always be in here. So go ahead and interact with the dog to obtain the only second overdrive that any of our Aeons have, which is going to be Energy Blast for Valfor. Alright, now, moving forward. Like I've already said before, we want to get Titus and get him at least so that he is on the haste node. That will help us out a lot in our upcoming little grind. Wakka, we're going to continue on with Wakka down his normal grid path. We're not going to be deviating on Wakka for the time being. Lulu and Yoona, we're going to be doing something a little interesting with. First, we're actually going to get or open up this entire little center area for them. Getting all of this stuff. We're going to be getting Yoona all the first level black magics, and we're going to be getting Lulu all the first level healing stuff right here, as well as the null frost and all of the nulls. But then after that, we're going to be taking both of them down Lulu's path and honestly kind of jumping around, just getting various things here and there. But with the expert spirit grid, you can make both of them red mages right at the beginning of the game. Red mage means both white and black, and that is honestly my preferred way to play the game, because Yoona makes a far better black mage than Lulu does, in my opinion. Kimari, I believe, starts right here on Lancet. We are going to be taking him up Titus's grid up until we hit this little provoke node, and then we're going to be taking him down Riku's right here, and then continuing on through Riku's grid, and then we'll go over what we're doing with our other two characters a little bit later. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on out. And head on up here. And this is our first scripted battle of the game. Or of Besaid, I should say. So let's go ahead and kill the dingo.
No problem.
At which point a flyer comes in.
Too shabby. You kept up with him. Might make a good guardian someday.
And the flyers are going to be Wakka's targets. The purpose of these first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to say 7 battles are literally just to show us what everybody's strong at. Our next battle is going to be up against Water Flan, which should be about right here or so.
That looks like trouble.
Watch this.
This is showing us that the Flans themselves don't really take all that much damage from physical attacks.
If you can't beat them down,
Though with the correct magic, we could easily take them down. Water and ice are... No, not water and ice. Water and lightning are opposing elements, so they are weak to each other. And same with fire and blizzard.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends. and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Alright, so this guy being a water flan, let's go ahead and hit him with a thunderbolt. Taking him out in one shot. And the mod that I have makes it so that experience at the end of battle gets shared throughout the entire party. Which I did not realize at first, but it makes level grinding so much easier.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
All right. You ready?
What's going on?
Titus, there's a lot going on that you have no idea about. Alright, so go ahead and walk up to this pillar, and Wakka is going to bring up the whole prayer thing that they do.
Said he'd miss his boat.
Which we're just going to watch.
That should do it.
Alright, now go ahead and touch this save spear. Go ahead and save up or heal up any HP that you might be down. Because in through here we're going to have interesting little battle real quick. With Kimari Ranto. Why Kimari is so angry at this point, I couldn't tell you, but he is. Alright, now, this fight, you don't really need to worry about healing yourself. Unless on the first jump attack, if he does over 200 damage, at that point you might need to heal. But we should be okay. Yep, there we go.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ranso, of the Ranso tribe.
He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yoona's guardian.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Alright. And looks like we've got a armed guard for Wakka. Let's go ahead and equip that. In my main file from the first time through, we ended up getting a dark touch weapon for Titus, which we equipped. So that is what you're going to see me using moving forward. Here we got another scripted battle. This one is to show us the effectiveness of our Aeons.
A flyer. That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
And also to show how we could switch out characters. Now at this point, if we press L1 or left bumper, we pull up the little switch menu. Let's go ahead and bring in Yoona. And this is normally how you would have to make it so everybody gets experience in battle. Make sure everybody on the field gets a turn before flipping them out to your backup characters, allowing you to get all of your party to get experience. Which I mean, if you're used to doing it, it's not that bad, but it can get a little tedious, and it does make the game drag on a little bit if you're trying to do it in every battle to make sure everybody kind of stays at the same sort of power level. Alright, now, we have a couple things that we could do. Attack is just our basic attack. Sonic Wing, if you look over on the right, has a little bit of a delay effect on the monster. We have our black magics that we could use. And if we go over to the side, we could shield, which we take less damage, but we don't get any overdrive. And boost means that we take more damage, but our overdrive gauge also regains much faster. Let's go ahead and do a Sonic Wing, though. Just because I like to delay this guy a little bit. And let's just go ahead and thunder this guy. Let's thunder him into oblivion. Got a Sonic Boom. Got another Thunder. This guy should be dead in, what, 3 or 2 more attacks? Next attack should kill him. So let's go ahead and take care of that. There we go. We got a Twilight Steel. Let's see what that does. Oh hey, there it is. That's the Dark Touch. Oh, and since we're here, let's go ahead and also equip this Rod of Wisdom on Yoona. And I think that's all we have at this point, right? Yeah. Alright, so moving on forward. We have 2 more scripted battles. We've got one right here. Against another one of these big bird guys.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
And this is to show us that we don't necessarily need Aeons to take on these guys if we know how to basically cripple them. Which, Dark Attack on this guy makes it so he can't hit us. It decreases his accuracy. And yeah, we're basically good to go at this point. I don't know why I did Dark Attack again right there. I did not need to. And this guy should be going down pretty fast. And miss. Thunder, and I believe this should take care of him. Yep. And we got a piece of armor for Lulu, so let's go ahead and equip that. And moving on down. We're going to have one more scripted battle right about here. And of course, Titus takes care of the dog. Wakka takes care of the flyer. And Lulu takes care of the jelly. Alright, and now at this point, random battles are available at this point. I do recommend doing random battles again, at least until you can get Titus to be on this haste node. And it is very important to be on the haste node so that you can reach this MP plus 20 right here. But other than that, go ahead and do whatever y'all want to do on your characters. And I'm going to move forward to the next save sphere, and that is going to be the end of this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for coming along with me. And this is going to be Famine52 signing out. And until next time, peace out.